Welcome back, Overlanders. It's time to check your oil, air down those tires, and turn up the signal. My name is Michael with AllOver Overland, and this is your Sunrise Signal, your weekly stop for all the mayhem that's happening in the backcountry. All right, we're going to cover June 16th through the 22nd, and I got to tell you, there's a wild mix of heat. We've got some fire things to tell you. Perfect temperatures are out there. We've got some gear drops and then some closures that'll make you cuss like the winch line is in reverse. Let's get to it. All right, this first segment, as always, is going to be about weather. You guys are making your plans for travel, and you know, it may not be where you live, so you got to check those weather reports. And this is kind of where you can get an overview of what's happening, if I can talk, in the United States, parts of Canada, and then also parts of Alaska. So these are always going to be places where we may tend to want to overland more so than not so. Yeah, just stick with me. So we've got Moab. I can't even talk. We've got Moab in Utah. Let's see, we're cooking bacon on skid plates out there. The highs are hitting the upper 106 degrees midweek with strong afternoon winds. Monday is a red flag fire day. So dry as your Dometic fridge on day 3 because you've already eaten all that food. Now, if your radiator isn't up for it, stay near town because it's going to be hot. It's going to be dusty. It's going to be gross. So just pay attention there. We've got Durango, Colorado. Just as dry and almost as hot. We've got red flag here too on Monday. The highs are going to be in the 90s all week. Nights drop down to the 40s, so that's good sleeping weather. So plan for some temperature kind of varying. It's going to be hot during the day and cold in the evening. That's kind of the way we like it. Okay, now we're going to go to Lake Tahoe. Now this is where your sleeping bag and your soul are going to get along. Highs are going to be in the 70s and 80s with the nights in the 30s and 40s. Man, that is damn near perfect. So great camping weather, but beware of crowds. So with those kind of temperatures, you're going to have crowds, and it is summertime, and that's a popular spot. So let's see. What do we got there? Let's see, and some snow trails still have closures from winter reports. So some trails have closures from the winter reports. It doesn't say which ones. So maybe we'll cover that. Maybe we'll not. Just kind of check your maps out. All right, the weather in Canada. We've got Calgary and Alberta areas. We've got showers, thunderstorms, and then some sun by Thursday. But heads up, Saturday is going to be cold and wet with the highs in the 50s. The highs in the 50s. So that's going to be, you know, like your whiskey and wool kind of weather, which I'm a little jealous about here in Oklahoma, for sure. Okay, so our fire and smoke watch. This is where it kind of gets serious. We've got the Moab and Durango area. Don't know why we're focusing on these, but that's okay. Monday's red flag warning is no joke. There's a 4 to 9% humidity. The gusts are going to be 35 miles an hour. So no fires, no parking in tall grass because you're hot underneath can start a fire. I've seen that on an episode of Cops, and the guy lost his cop car. So don't be that guy in the news. Canada, over 3 million hectares. What's a hectare? Is that like some weird name for, anyway, it says 3 million hectares burned already. Smoke's drifting into the Midwest and the Northeast. U.S. Air quality could tank in the Greater Lakes and the New England by midweek. If you're heading that way, then pack a mask in case the air quality is that bad. Oregon and Washington, we've got big fires near Columbia Gorge and the Kel Elm Highway, number 2. So closures last week. So just check your local area alerts before you set out to go camping. It's been just crazy with the fires, like way up north this year. Alaska, 139 active fires. No massive fires yet, just kind of small, but the smoke is drifting. Denali routes are open but dusty. Know what you're getting into. I've got a buddy that's up there. In fact, he may be on the cruise or coming back. But Joey, have fun, man. I hope you enjoy it. I wish I was there. Okay, so we're gonna go into trail closures next. We've got the San Rafael Swell in Utah. There's a BLM proposal to close over 600 miles of trails. It's not official yet, but watch it like you watch your oil pressure on a severe grade. You know how that oil change. Anyway, we've got to probably do something about this as a group. We've got some BLM proposals that I don't think are going to be really good for us. It sounds like. But yeah, so that's in Utah. So Lake Tahoe, California, and Nevada. We've got Big Chief Trail and some climbing routes going offline in August. Let's see. Spooner SB still closed through October 25th, or not 25th, October 2025. So plan ahead. We've got the Canadian parks, Prince Albert and Wood Buffalo. Backcountry is closed. The fire bans are in full swing, so don't even fart near a tree up there or you're going to catch things on fire. Alaska, you've got the Denali Highway, like I said, is open but rutted and rough, which it always is. Air down your PSIs to make it a little bit better. The Denali Park Road is still blocked past Savage River. So blame the landslides. It happens. I remember going home one Christmas. It was New Year's Eve that we landed in Anchorage going to Kenai, and there was a landslide and we had to stay at Alyeska Resort there in Girdwood. I know it's a rough life, but somebody had to do it. But we had to wait the whole day until they got that cleared. So at least we were able to stay there. But yeah, so those are your your weather reports, your fire reports, and your closures, all kinds of mixed into one. We've got a rig wisdom for you. Don't brag about your recovery gear if your dumbass needs it every trip. Think about that. I'm glad you have it, but learn how to drive maybe, or learn the limits of your vehicle. Carry coolant if you're headed out to Moab. Bring extra if you're going that way. Red flag conditions, no fires, no sparks, no flexing with the exhaust pop tunes. That's funny. Cabin air filters matter. Smoke's a real thing this week. Don't let your lungs eat it raw. So yeah, cabin air filters are something that we always forget about, or at least a lot of us do, until we even know what they are. Some people might be like, cabin air filter. What that does is when the air comes in, like you're through your vents and through the cabin, it cleans that for you, so you're not breathing the nastiness of outside. Those will be probably pretty clogged if you haven't seen them in a while, especially if you think your air conditioner's not running real good. Check those, but be mindful be aware that when you go through some of these areas with this red flag and the smokes and all that kind of stuff, you're going to want to check those when you get home. I wish I did it more often, but I don't. I need to do it more than I do. Use offline maps. Don't trust the LTE icon on your phone to keep everything up to date. It's usually lying to you about 9,000 feet up. Now we've got a gear spotlight, and I haven't read these, so this is the first time I'm looking at these. MaxTrax MKV hard shell just dropped. Smoother scoop, tougher shell, easier to use. It's like traction boards kind of finally grew up. So, you know, it's funny. These things came out and they're really good. I'm a go tread kind of guy because I like the way they fold up. But the MaxTrax have kind of evolved. We've seen those evolve along the way. Solar Quest 2000 watt panels, flexible, foldable, and only 9 pounds. built-in MPPT controller, great for tarps or rack mounts. So they're light, so you can kind of throw them anywhere. That's kind of cool. Garmin inReach Mini 3, new model just announced, 50-hour tracking, satellite weather, lighter than the GoPro. Watch it for this fault. Wait a minute, lighter than a GoPro? Nice, so it's going to be tiny. The Dometic CFX55, that's what I have. Let's see, updated with auto sensing power and solar ready charging, fewer wires, more beers. So more space in there? What does that mean? It's still the 55. Anyway, I get these online. ChatGTP puts this together for me. I know a lot of you are against AI, but hey, it gets this information. Double check some of the weather reports because I think it gets a general idea. And you know how weather is. Sometimes it can be a little bit more isolated. So just keep that in mind. Event spotlights. We've got the Lost Coast Overland Rally. That's in California, June 19th through the 22nd. Come for the trail runs, stay for the gear envy. You know, when we all stand around and point and snicker at everybody's vehicles. The Owyhee Canyonlands in Oregon, June 17th through the 20th, dry, desolate, and worth every dust-covered second. Oh, so that's an event or a place. Hills Canyon Ride, that's in Oregon and Idaho, still rolling as we speak. Tight switchbacks and room for error on that. So yeah, we give it all to you. All of it right here. I hope you guys are getting out. I hope you guys had a good Father's Day. I'm recording this on Father's Day. I just dropped Molly off. We had a great visit. It was a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun with your kiddos. I know that in Oklahoma, they had an event this weekend. I wasn't able to go because I came back kind of to hang out with Molly. And obviously, this is the weekend, one of the weekends we do that. Set aside for kind of hanging out. All right, closing thoughts while you guys are getting ready to head out into the week. Look, now every vehicle on Instagram is clean, at least appears clean, except for mine. Mine's always dirty. But the ones that matter, oh, mine matters. They're dirty, used, scraped up, and built from 1,000 hard trail lessons. Yeah, you don't just like put this together and it's perfect when you head out. A lot of times, even when you think you got a perfect rig built, the trail will tell you it's not, you need to make some changes. Also remember, you don't need a map when the journey's already written in the mud. I think ChatGTP needs to work on that one. All right, look, now every rig on Instagram looks clean, but the ones that matter the most, the ones that we really know get out there and do the thing, they're dirty, they're used, they're scraped up. They've been built from 1,000 trail lessons because that's what it takes. Get out there, learn, build. It's kind of that build, break, repeat kind of thing. Yeah, same thing. We learn this stuff as we're on the trails. So anyway, my name is Michael. I'm with AllOver Overland. Thank you for coming on here and watching the Sunrise Signal, your weekly spot to get your information for the week ahead so that you can hopefully have a better experience out there on the trail, or to know what you're getting into as you walk out the door. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. Whatever you do, make sure that you go all over and tune in next week. Tell everybody. I need more people watching this. There's 5 of us. We need 6 at least. Let's grow it to 6.